Okay, it's been way too long. We need to get back to the Ark Dimension. But also, I need to make good on a promise I made a year ago. So for now, let's get started with making a bunch of netherite helmets. This feels really weird, but it must be done. Okay, and then we're going to trim them. Okay, we also need 8 armor stands. Missing enough sticks. And we need some calcite. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Frog lights. I am forgetting something. So I had initially planned to start this episode off with creating all of these end gateway platforms all the way around. And as you probably noticed, it's been a while since I've released an Ark Dimension video, and during that time I've completely changed a lot of the way I do recording, including an upgrade to my system. So that behind me, it's all done. We won't worry about that. And then recently, we did have a live stream where we went to find our pale oak when we updated to 1.21.5. And we went ahead and we built one of these initial platforms. And we're going to do some more of these. And we're also going to add some three-dimensional look to it as well. But the top of our block, our first netherite block, has a pattern on it from our netherite helmet. Now the next thing we get to do is place the rest of these netherite blocks. Let's see. One more. Nope. Not cobblestone. Netherite. Now, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, now I need to make 27 more of these platforms. Well, 26, because I started one back there. I think we have that step done, but I kept losing count over and over again. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 27 armor stands and go ploop them all down and see if I did this right. Except we can't actually do that right now because I forgot to bring all the smooth stone. Okay, let's see how we did. I think we got it. I think that's 27 more. 27 helmets is exactly what will fit in a shulker box. So, 2 of these are going to be turtle shells since there's no emerald armor. Going to need to make 5 gold helmets. And then we're going to have 20 diamond helmets. 9, 18, 20. Okay, perfect. Okay, everything is trimmed up and ready to go. I'm also going to need 27 signs, aren't I? Okay, I definitely want to keep these kind of randomized, so since there's only 2 emeralds, we'll put them kind of across from me. Okay, first things first, make sure the mic is on. Is everything good? Everybody give me a thumbs up. I think it's been like 3 months. And by the way, if I look a little bit like a hot mess, it's hot here and, you know, I get flies coming into my room and stuff. Sounds good? All right. I also have not had a chance to fully tweak everything. So given the fact that I have more hair now and stuff, my filter's probably all messed up back here. So, we'll do our best. I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to sweat it. As long as you guys can hear me and we can chat and have a little bit of fun for a couple hours, I'm not going to worry too much about the details. As far as what we're doing today, I feel like hold on. Where are we at there? That's probably a little better. Yeah. No, I grow the beard. It gets long enough. I get annoyed with it, and I cut it off. And I don't think that I've gotten a true haircut since I left. So thanks, Frank. So yeah, so to ease back in, I didn't want to get super deep in the snapshot stuff. Because number one, there's a lot that we've missed, and number two, I know like one of Dad's last streams, we were able to jump on and see the Chaos Cube stuff and all that. So I thought it might be fun. I've started recording for episode 8 on the Ark Dimension, which is going to be about sniffers. Small spoiler. But I've also been able to update to. We're running 26.1, technically 26.1.2 because there's a hotfix, but I had been stuck on 121.5 for a while because of replay mod, and I finally got with the times and got flashback. Also, real quick, how's the music to you? Because it seems loud to me, but it could just be this particular track. Yeah, we'll take a look at what I've already done for that, but I'll leave the rest for the video. Instead, because there's been so many changes since episode 7 to now, there's the opportunity for us, for example, to go add things to the previous islands. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the music just a little bit here. We'll go down from 30 to 20. So hopefully, I don't want it to be too distracting. And I even though I love this track, it's still, if I'm not mistaken, it's the only one that plays in the end. So we're gonna hear it all the time. Yeah, so this was episode 7 work here. I still want, at some point, probably to swap out the glass in the big platforms, the end gateway platforms, for maybe like a white glass, because it shows up clear. And if you have void under glass, at least on Java, I'm not sure about Bedrock, it'll show up clear on maps. This would be really cool if you wanted to make like custom items in frames. You could do that by, you know, building something off in the void. But for this, I think it looks distracting, so I'd like to fix that. But let's take a little tour and we could talk about what we need to change. I guess we'll start... Maybe we'll start... Yeah, we'll start up in this direction and work our way around. Run into things while I'm reading chat. For the most part, we'll do this as a walking tour, but these initial bridges are like almost 1,000 blocks long, so we'll skip that. And these guys have been sitting here for months because I want to bring them to the eventual swamp island once we get to that. And so for now, RV, Jassy, you guys like the way that came out? Oh yeah, I have the end flashes now. I didn't have that before either. The only thing that can be difficult with this project is I will build in pure vanilla, and then I'll throw on some shaders for screenshots and stuff like that. And sometimes the shaders, like the shaders make it so that you can see the black glass better above the hanging lanterns, which kind of takes away from it, because part of the whole point is to make it feel like they're floating in the air, but it's all right. So when I completed this one, this was episode 6, I think. Just try not to run into things. I had brought pigs up here, and after I finished recording, while I was editing, was when they released the variants for like the pigs and the cows and stuff. So one of my goals is to actually go grab the other 2 varieties of pigs and bring them here. And of course, while we're here, we can go down and say hi to the wolves. Maybe we can find... It's always funny to me when you have one of the black wolves out here, because they'll be completely camouflaged until you get close against the blackstone. Yeah, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do about the other animals now. There's some of our doggies hanging out here. It's so funny because it seems like they prefer being out in the grass instead of out in the open in the blackstone, which I guess feels kind of realistic. You walked away, MGP? Yeah. So back over here to the biggest island. We're on the north side of it right now, and this all kind of had its own specific theme. And down in the middle we have the horses, and the sheep, of course, have decided to invade the horse area, which is a little unfortunate, but you know, that's fine. And then what we need to do... So we were talking about Wheat Apocalypse earlier. I need to know how it stacks up, because I remember this taking a really, really long time. But we need the other cows over here. So this is another one that we can maybe work on today. And then, let's see, from here, where are we? Somewhere in this direction. We can go say hi to the warden real quick, if we're careful. I told RV no deep dark today, didn't I? So I guess oh, nope. Hold on. I forgot. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't know where I am. I need the darkness to wear off. Quick, I'm just trying to make sure that I stay high. Oh my god. Okay. Where am I? Those ones are lit. Okay, if those ones are lit, then I've been out there. There's one of the gateways. Okay. All right, here we go. I don't think we need to do anything with this one. I thought about, like, it could be fun to have baby camels. But again, like, this was all done before the updates when they changed cactus. So these blocks that kind of add decoration to the cactus also keep the camels from hurting themselves. And if I have baby camels, I think they could still get hurt on these. So I probably need to do without that. Now that I'm totally disoriented, I think I need to go out this way. I know, Stormy. I know. That was dumb. That was really dumb. when I built this island for the iron golems, I had actually made a joke that the iron golems were playing around and trying to build themselves some cousins. And if you look over here, you see that one of these is copper. So now we have the opportunity to bring copper golems out here, and I think they fit the vibe perfectly. Exactly, Stormy. Exactly. I have been thinking too about like these lights. So there's lava under these shulker boxes, and that's what creates the light around here. Since you can't use the slabs on Java to let light through, I had to get really creative with some of these, like how I was going to cover the light up but keep the lighting. Part of me is thinking that maybe I want to revisit this and change out the lights. I don't think that would be something that we'd do today. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe. And then if we come through here, this is another one of the interesting changes that has happened recently, although I don't have it on this world yet, because it's going to be another two version changes. The geyser stuff from the sulfur update is going to be really useful, because I already had planned in other places of this project to make fake geysers using like soul sand, water, and campfires. But this might be a good opportunity here for some of the babies to, you know, to come back here and breed these guys and have some babies, and also take off the saddles that I couldn't take off at the time, because when I built this, you had to kill them to get your saddle back. Now I believe you can do it with shears, right? Actually, I probably have in one of these boxes. I don't have shears. What about in here? Yeah. Don't fall in the lava. Okay. Right? Yeah, no, it's super interesting to me that there were these things that I had indeed thought about, but I know I'm not the only one. I think lots of people have come up with some of the ideas. I think way back in the day, yes, the horses were one of those things that somebody had created in a mod, and it was very popular, and Mojang decided to add it. Okay, that one went in the lava, but I don't think I care. Maybe just get higher and see if anybody else has saddles. Anybody have saddles? I think they're good. You guys look good. Okay, so let's move on then. Somewhere over here. No, I didn't take the shulker box out of the shulker box. They're just next to each other in my inventory. The shulker farm that I probably never need to use again, actually, because once you use it a little bit, that's I'm never going to need more than that, probably. So it just sits there. Yeah, I don't really need the extra saddles. I actually have a ton of saddles. This is now my oldest world, so there are a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I have plenty of. This is the one that we're working on. I've just laid down the base layer for. And you'll notice that there's nylium in here with the grass and moss. But I don't want to give away the whole island concept just yet. Just let you know that this is for sniffers. And so I'll have to come back to this one soon. But I don't think there's anything that we need to do in the jungle. Well, I mean, I guess we could consider babies here too, possibly. But I don't think there's any other changes that need to happen to this one. So, happy ghasts are one of the other things that's been added. So, given the fact that the allays are running away, I bet we can see some. I have to be very careful, but I always have to, like, double check that I'm wearing my elytra. Let's fly down low. As long as I can see the island off to my side, I know I'm not too low. But I found them. Oh, are they gone? They might be gone. Yeah, the allays were a big bust because they decided they wanted to fly down by the void. Happy ghasts, God bless them, thankfully have a much, like, smaller wander range. So they might actually work for this island. I don't know. Funky mushrooms, huh? I made a little bit over on the Doggies Island. I have one type of custom mushroom that uses warped wart blocks for the caps. But I will say that designing organics is really tough for me. So, I don't know. It's daytime? Okay. So what are we gonna do first? I'm thinking maybe try and go find some new cows and pigs. I think that the whole thing about spawn chunks. I want a bundle. I think the whole thing about in Java spawn chunks were always loaded, and that's one of the reasons why the animal spawning was so different, is because the spawn chunks would hit the passive mob cap, and then you would never get animals spawning anymore. Oh gosh, see, I don't even need saddles. Do I have a creaking? I can't remember. I probably have the hearts, because I know when we got into this world the last time I did it on stream, the only other time I did it on stream, we went to go find a pale garden. That was part of the thing. So I think I have the hearts. I don't know that I've ever used them. And if I'm being honest, I don't know where I put them. Actually, maybe I know where I put them. So one of the things that I've done, Dad, and I'm trying to do the same thing on the SMP, is I stopped trying to make big storage and started making, like, compartmentalized storage. No, the creaking hearts are not in there. I don't know. Like the nether stuff is here by the portal, and then this is all, you know, like ores or you know, ores and gems or whatnot. And then the like armor and redstone and stuff like that all goes down in here. And the biggest storage room is all the blocks down in this area here. And then we have, like, I put the wood storage and the dirt and moss and everything over in the tree cutting area. And I did actually have scaly horses spawn just recently. One died, but I managed to save 3. And then we have we have our wool farm. So I just leave the storage right there. And then, like, the map stuff, this was the cartographer's house, and I did actually have a cartographer in here as of the last episode. And I kept hearing a witch, and I came inside, and the villager had turned into a witch in the house. So it felt like I was back on Sheepwood. Because the only possibility I could think of, I guess, is that maybe lightning struck just outside the house and the rain put the fire out so it didn't burn. Because I don't know. The witch, I don't know how that happened. But yeah. Hold on. You need to deliver a sulfur cube with soul sand in it to the wardens to play with. Yeah, I have no idea how that happened. So with our map room, we can see where our closest areas are. I'm actually right over, so it's hard to tell from here because I can't zoom. Could I zoom? Hold on, let's see something. Do I not have a spyglass? I don't know. Maybe not. Anyhow, we are... Hold on. Hard to see because it's behind that light green one in the middle that says Lush Caves. Nether portal, Ocean Monument. Just to our west where this other nether portal is, that's World Spawn. And we're right by cold biomes. So shouldn't be too hard to get the cold ones. But for the warm ones, we could... The most direct might be to just go across the ocean. Or we can take the nether and go down to one of these areas. Yeah, I know, Grog. Long. Alright, so what do we need? We need... I need to go see if I have dandelions. Right? That's... If we want babies, that's one thing that we need to do. And leads. I need to make sure that I have some leads. I have leads. Yeah, I need to add stuff into this box now. So we'll get some dandelions. What do I need for a spyglass? Copper and 1 amethyst shard, right? Let's see. Maybe we'll add that to our box real quick. I have all these scoots, but I've never made the dog armor. Wait. Did I actually have one? Oh. Now that I don't need it. No, I was thinking you were saying I could make one, but you're right, there it is. I think it needs to be in the other box. I think it needs to be in there. Because that's the expedition box, that's the pet box, this is the nether box. Those are the 3 that I tend to keep on me. Be safe, RV. See you if you come back. My goal is still about 2 hours. But if I need dandelions, I'm in the wrong place. Yeah. It's funny how you can have a box full of things and look right past stuff. So the next time you give the dad a hard time about it, you can realize that it's not just him. I don't have much in the way of dandelions. Okay. Then let's do this. let's get some bone meal. And I think the quickest way is going to be to come down here. This is the Skelly Farm, if I haven't showed it. And I've started collecting pieces. I need one more helmet and one more chest plate because I'm going to add 4 more tributes in this next episode. Excuse me. And I know that I don't think they are here right now, but I will go ahead and spoil them anyway. Those 4 are going to be Lady Z, Kate, Anna, and Zorinder. Where am I going? You are terrible, Stormy. Terrible. Yeah, you know, oh wait, but if I do this here, hold on. This is going to be a pain. What about right out here? There we go. Let's just aim to get maybe like 20-ish. Oh, and Lady Z is here. I don't know if you just missed it, but I was actually just telling chat that in this next episode, I'm going to add a few folks to the tribute on the End Island, and Lady Z, you are one of them. And thank you. Thank you for being so supportive. 12. We need more. Must have more dandelions. I feel like I'm making a big mess. But I just don't feel like grabbing all the poppies and seeds right now. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, that was nice. And yes, on Java, you cannot bone meal small flowers, only big ones. So you have to actually be in the appropriate biome, or, you know, a selection of biomes. Like if you want the, what is it, the blue orchids or whatever, you got to go to a swamp. And if you want the, like the alliums, you've got to be in the meadow or flower forest, I think. Because when you bone meal, it'll work off of the list for that specific area. Okay. Oh, we got a half a stack of... All right. Sounds good. And then let's go put away the bone meal. Let's get some gold. And I guess start looking for some animals. That would be the smart thing. Yeah, no Jassy. The 2 high ones you can do. You can just plant them down and spam the bone meal if you want. But you can't do it for the single ones. It's one of the things that's been different for a long time, and I've never really seen any effort at parody. Your real life yard, Dad? The overgrown. These use nuggets, right? I can just do nuggets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay. Yep. See, this is the first time we're getting these. Awesome. Okay, that's fun. That's really fun. Still get a better chance. At least one more. You might have to clarify, MGP. You get a better chance. You mean like... Are you saying that being able to target the flowers or something? Okay, so hold on. Are we even gonna find the cold animals out here though? I don't know. Because there's usually just like polar bears and foxes around here. Oh, look, dandelions. Go figure. The other thing is like the dried gas stuff. If I were just to go find them now in this world, it'd be quite a ways out. But I do have... I could probably get them through like trading and stuff. Yeah, I got you, MGP. Okay, see, I didn't really see any animals in there, and I realize out in this area we're not going to see many either. This might not be the best cold biome area for us to go. But we can go looking around still, I suppose. The joy of having a long-standing world. Enderman blocks everywhere. Let's see, I think if we go due west, we will come to some other, like, taiga biomes and stuff. I think. You know what would be really nice right about now, though, would be a sheep wave. That would come in handy. No, you're just a... Oh. That's gonna make it difficult because our animals, a lot of these places that I've already been, the animals have already spawned. So if I want the new ones, I either have to take care of them or go find new chunks. So that is going to make it difficult. You got the crown, Jassy? Don't worry, Stormy. I won't let the wings break. I do check on them from time to time. Okay, but yeah. All right, so how... I'm trying to think what the best way is going to be to get these animals. And we could always do the copper golems first. Culling the mob cap. Yeah. Well, so... this world... for those of you who've gone back... Like, I know recently... Kate spent a lot of time going back and watching a bunch of the old videos. It may not be obvious. This world is the original series world from the channel, but it's not the first world. I started in hardcore, and I died relatively early on, and I restarted, and from there, I was able to keep this one for a long time. But right around the time that I was planning a new series, I was having issues with my mouse, and I flew into the void without realizing that I was doing it till the last minute. And I had a long thought about it, and I finally decided that as long as it was something that I was honest about, I didn't want to delete the world. But I do know that... they're working on an update where the old method of salvaging a hardcore world in Java is going to go away. So I probably need to, at some point, spend some time and actually actually change this world so it doesn't show as hardcore anymore. Or I'm gonna get stuck. Okay, so let's look back at our maps then, I guess. Because we can see some in here. Whoa. Can see some in here that I haven't explored yet. They're not close, but closest looks like up here. Unless this is where we went for the Pale Garden. So let's turn this off for a moment. When we look for our purple banners or where we've placed nether portals. Can't see it, but I know there's one right there because that was the first ancient city I ever found. So maybe I go to that one and come out up here. Let's see, what is this? 03. Thought I had been making copies of these, but maybe not. Fine, I'll just take it with us. The mom is here, but she hasn't changed her tag yet because it still says the mom who doesn't play. Universal Minecraft tool. Hold on. What? It was logged in. Hold on. I'm working on figuring it out, Lady Z. What makes this hilarious is I logged in, heard my name the first time. I thought the notice of my joining. Oh, made me think that was an awfully short time. You probably logged in when I was saying your name because I mentioned preparing the new tributes. That would be my guess. The mom who plays every once in a while. I mean, hey. Let's be real. I haven't up until recently I hadn't played this for months. Yeah, let's go up by the ancient city. The mom who might play. We're gonna go look for cold chickens and cold cows. And I hear a ghast. Yeah, you can't be expected to play all the time. It's not realistic. And I mean, to be honest, like that's been part of my issue lately. And part of the reason that I haven't streamed in ages is because my work is now, in a lot of ways, very flexible, while at the same time very demanding. I need to be on that one. So, it's very common for me to be working evenings or just random times. My wife's days off have also changed, so like Sundays now. Sundays is one of the few family days that we get. What about turducken? Well, the warm pigs and the warm cows will have to be next, but I haven't done chickens yet in this world. So that is kind of weird to think about, isn't it? Turducken became kind of like a big thing in the SMP, but I've never actually had them in this one. Okay. That goes up. Y'all ever been down here with me? Probably not. Let's just poke our head in here. I think. This was the first one that I ever found. I have since had to go through and clear several others. I think, in fact, I think this one is probably so completely cleared that there's not I would guess there's not a single shrieker left in it. In fact, I had once thought that I would go ahead and dig the whole thing out and expose it to the sky. That would be a really fun project. As you know, that's something that Argobot and Andy are working on the server right now. Test and run. I'll do it, Frank. I literally said to RV, no deep dark, and here I am. Here I am, down inside of an ancient city, like the biggest squirrel moment, right? I don't know about running around though. We do need to look for our animals, but we'll do a quick pass. How about that? Whoa, whoa. Yeah, it's perfectly safe. Fun fact, a lot of people don't realize that flying makes noise too. In fact, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he realized it, but Argobot learned that the hard way on one of the hardcore videos. Nothing, RV, nothing. We weren't doing anything, okay? Nothing. Nope. Getting out of here. Let's get to the surface. Oh. Yeah, this is a very nice area. But yes, the rest of that thought was, I thought it would be a fun project to actually completely expose this. When we get up top and you look at the terrain up here, I even marked it out. I ran some numbers and I realized that the math was so insane that between all the other things I was doing, I would be lucky to get it done in a year. So, yeah. So I don't know if I will ever do that. And if I do, that might be one of the ones where, like, I actually use an exploit and do some TNT bombing or something, because I don't know. This thing is... Not only is it massive, but it's not even like a bunch of stony peaks. There's all this other... like snowy area around here. So huge. Yeah, you learned that flying is noisy. Okay, what we need to do now is we need to work our way out this way, and maybe we can find some unexplored chunks. It's the flying itself, Lady Z. It doesn't matter if you're not using rockets. It's, as long as you're within their radius, it's no different than just walking or running by them. So no, you don't have to be using the rockets. If you just glide by, you can set them off. So, yeah, have to be really careful. Okay. This is all... This looks like something I've already been to. Unless that's how it generated. We laugh in the face of wardens. Yeah, well, we do indeed, don't we? Do I have leather boots? I don't have leather boots. That's fine. I guess I'm not going to find the animals I need in there anyhow. Yeah, we also... Speaking of that, at some point here, shortly, I may step away for a little break. And I do have a bit of a teaser on our intermission screen today. So I tried to be very careful about not giving away too much, because it's not just me. There were other people involved. Oh, no. Okay. Clearly I've been here before. Dang it. I've never mapped this, though. So, ow. This here is another disparity quirk that exists. When they introduced the wolf variants, they failed to change the spawning of them on Java. And what that meant is that the biome that the wolves spawn in for the snowy one, this was all snow and powder snow. This is a grove biome. It's the one place you can get the white wolf. And by default, there are no spawnable blocks in Java for wolves to actually spawn in it. So you have to spend the time to modify the terrain and make sure that they can actually spawn. And that was a huge pain in the butt. Because yeah, all of this was just snow. And then I don't know what's up over here. The downside is that means that we are still not even nearly close enough to unloaded chunks. I may end up having to do the cows and the pigs myself. The flowers and the dogs, Frank. Yeah. No, what's ironic is that in general... Wow, that looks cool. Oh. In general, a lot of times it's the Bedrock team that seems to struggle more with fixing bugs. But every now and then you'll get one of these weird ones where it's like, what were they even thinking? What's up, dude? You know, it's your own fault. You decide to build out here like this was a good idea. I'll put you out of your misery. How about that? Let's see. Okay, well, I never found that before, so if we could actually find just like a regular taiga over here, like this, maybe? And then maybe sleep, so that we're not dealing with hostile mobs right now. And maybe I didn't bring a bed with me at all. Fine. Fine. I mean... Alright. So... Oh, hold up. What? That's weird. Okay, well that's not gonna work then. On we go. Yeah, Stormy, I'm dying to see it. You're gonna get yours out long before mine, I'm sure. So yes, any teasers you see, arguably, are really gonna be less about my own videos and more about our friends here. Okay, that's the kind of biome we need, right there. If I haven't explored it yet. But we're gonna have to do this, apparently, at night. No, we're not going... We're not going to have to, because we have an igloo right here. Ah! What about down here? the moment I did that, I had giggly flashbacks to Jassy and Tanya. I really enjoyed that, you guys. I really enjoyed that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, good timing on that, right? So, hello, bunny. The bunnies are another one that I think are gonna need like their own island to themselves. So we'll have to figure that out at some point. All right, just keep your eyes peeled. Oh. You're not a pig. Or a cow. There we go. There's cows. I didn't grab my leads yet. You know what might be smart, though, is a nether portal. Actually. Let's do that. Okay, now, where's my fence posts? Are you telling me I didn't bring fence posts either? I'm really unprepared, you guys. Okay. Okay. You. And you. Okay. Travel the world and only sleep in a different igloo every night. I have some things coming up where what am I making? Fence posts. I'm making fence posts. I just really need the one because we're gonna grab some of these guys and basically make sure that they are waiting for us because we need to check out the nether first before we just try to drag the cows through it. Oh, I want to catch up on some chat though. Snow and igloos are Tanya's favorites. Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, so I will definitely probably soon do some kind of like no sleeping challenge. I've got some ideas for like persistent thunderstorm and stuff like that. Trees around here. So hold on. So every world will have the chicken. Yes. Yeah, and then of course RV knows. So for like Fob, Lady Z, I am working on the side on a very large data pack. I have to do it little by little because I've got so many other things going on, but that's one of the like long-term projects that will introduce a lot of interesting things. We don't need these right now. We don't need that right now. We need to go find piggies. But the basic idea behind the data pack is to expand on the weather system and have world-affecting events randomly occur. And I will start documenting some of that in videos. I've gotten through the first phase and I'm working on the second right now. But there's about probably 10 different phases, and at some point I may have to transition from data pack to mod, but we're kind of starting with the easier stuff right now because I'm learning. I am not a developer. I'm not a coder. I'm honestly having the AI assistant teach me how to do things little by little. And it's a lot of fun. It's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty neat. And, you know, got some really, really good feedback so far from some of our other friends here in the chat, especially RV. Oh, there's the chickens. You know what? I should probably, even if I don't give them their island yet, I should probably grab the chickens because this is so far out that I'm not going to want to make this trip a bunch. So at least take a few of these guys with me. Who's here? What did I miss? I read that. RV, I read that in like a horror film voice. Like, they're here. But then I immediately realized there's no way that's what you meant. The chickens? Okay. Well, in that case, then it is the horror film. Can't you just see it in their eyes? These cold chickens are always plotting something. And if you don't believe me, all you have to do is watch Damama's SMP videos, and I'll be validated. So we still need to find the pigs, though. And I see plenty of the wolves. I wouldn't mind bringing more of the wolves out, but it's just not that urgent. Oh. Aww. Hey, wipe that look off your face. Okay? Nah, we're good. Yeah, as long as they're not named Clydesdale. Okay, where are the three little pigs? The wolves blew their houses down. Piggies, piggies, piggies. Hold on. Oh, wait. Just in time. I see them. I see them. Piggies. Hey, piggies. You look like you could use a little sun. Which is kind of ironic, because the place where I'm taking you, there's no sun. Not at all. DJ. DJ's here. Hi, DJ. Okay. Now, I'm probably lost. Come on, you guys. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Cubby piggies. So DJ, we are far, far, far from home. So we're gonna drop these guys off over by another portal, and then we're gonna go through it and try and find our way home. Because I think that this is going to take much longer than a stream to get done. In fact, I think maybe next it's time that we go make our copper golems. So that we can at least say that we accomplished something today. Come on, you guys. I heard that. I heard that. Who did we lose? And it's nighttime. Yes, you can hold leads while you sleep, but I still don't have a bed. But there's the portal right there. Come on up, you guys. Come on up. And thankfully, there's all these wild wolves out here to protect me. So, I mean, not from creepers, I guess, but, you know. Okay. But before we go into the nether, we should maybe be prepared. Because we don't know what we're walking into. So we'll get our fire resistance potion down here. We'll put on a golden helmet. We'll keep our wings on, because we're going to need that. And we'll just put some things away for right now. You guys should be careful. You should probably not wander into this portal. Oh, hi. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? We are low. We're gonna need to... let's see. So I need to go... I'm negative, negative. I need to go positive X and positive Z. I need to go that way. It's about minus 300, minus 600. Shouldn't be too bad to get back to, I don't think. Because it will be... Oh, Basalt Delta, though. Oh, no, that's... Okay, here's a fortress that I've visited. Definitely visited this one. Oh, okay. Ah! Okay. That's not terribly far, but I don't want to... I don't want to build the nether bridges here on stream, honestly. So... I think we'll go see about making some copper golems. Yeah, that was not terrible. It's not as far out there as maybe I thought it was going to be. And it looks like I have one of my paths already kind of goes out that way, so that's good to know. It's getting dangerous. How far is this tunnel, though? No, not all the secrets. Let's see. I know that path... When I made that path, I think, for the first mansion that I found. If I'm not mistaken. Welcome back, Lady Z. We've left the animals on their post. And we're returning home. We're just about there. It's funny because... You know, I've had this world for several years now, and as I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking all these paths here, it probably feels a bit like a maze, but I'm so used to where things are that it's not that weird to me. This is where the initial portal is that I built, but I did end up moving this one up above the nether ceiling, one of the few things that I decided to ultimately put up there. Much later on. But, let's see. So it is nighttime, and we're going to want... Where would I have pumpkins, I wonder? I would probably, if I were me, which I am me, I would probably keep pumpkins by the food. I think. Aha. So, I wonder how many copper... Let's do, like... I think let's do 16 copper golems. I think. Sounds like a good number. They're not gonna have their chests though. They're gonna be wandering. Or Mark Hamill, huh? That's probably a stretch, DJ. That's probably a pretty big stretch. Although I will tell you the one that I do get, the one that I get in real life is Jeremy Renner. Which I mean I don't know so much, but that's what I've been told. All right. Let's do the copper golems. Yes. I think Dad, you can actually just take the "you're looking for" part off and it still makes sense. This is not the Jedi. All right. I might have to do the intermission here in a moment, but I think I'll have to come back and... Should I wax these copper golems? I should wax the copper golems. Yeah, that's a thing I should do. To be fair, Jassy, that was a comparison that was made when I was active, and I would not grow a beard or have longer hair. So, all right, that should work. This is one of my favorite little areas, by the way. I do like it. This is, of course, as you probably guessed, the inspiration for doing a dome in the SMP, just trying to do it to make it look a little different. But poetic. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, we managed to spend half of the stream trying to find cold chickens and or not chickens, cold cows and cold pigs. And we have yet to return to the end. So, I mean, no plan survives first contact, I guess. If we at least get these copper golems down, then I can say that I've made progress. Jesse, I've been back there, and I don't know how many attacked you, but it certainly wasn't enough to where I noticed it. I would have never known the difference. I was more sorry about you than the bees. Like, it's their fault for attacking you, just saying. You! Oh. You finally followed me in. And... Oh, wait, but you have a thing, so you're going to keep following me. Hold on. Well, we can at least keep you, maybe, from flying off like the other ones. And just... Where'd you go? Why don't you just hang out in here? You're in limbo with the slimes now. Okay, yeah, I bet you panicked. I would too. Alright, we need to go this way. So as I complete these islands, I color code the beams. You can kind of see here this like yellowish one, that's the desert. This grayish one is out at the ore fields. We're gonna need the shears again too, huh? We're gonna need the shears. Shears. Let's see. Let's just get everything in here. We need those and those, and those, and those. And then, of course, now I don't have my thing anymore. The numbers on the map. RV, so this is one of the parity things that I do think needs to come to Bedrock. But if you have a banner, and mine's hidden right now because what I have is I have the banners. Well, let me run over here real quick. So these are all walls, which makes them non-solid blocks so the beam can pass through. This one down here is a slab, but underneath is the beacon, and there's a banner down in there. And if you name the banner, and you click on the banner with a map, if that banner is within the bounds of the map, it will the label will show up. So you can color code and label areas on your map. There are ways to sort of map label on Bedrock using duplicate maps, but you don't get the advantage of the color coding in the banners. Was that the same as your question, Dad? When you said how do you color code those? I missed when you said that, so I wasn't sure what you meant. Then the other question is, should I leave this guy? Should I just leave this guy like this? I don't know. But let's make some copper golems and steal their chests. Hi, buddy. Oh, he looks so sad. The portals. Hold on. How do you color code the... So the hidden... And I'll show you when we get back over there. The hidden beacons are... they have... Not only do they have a banner down under there, but they also have glass panes under there. And you can... I know you know about that, but if you weren't aware, you can actually... you can, what's the word? Add colors. Like you can use 2 or 3 different glass colors to make, to... I can't think of the words. I'm not an artist. There's a word for it. But yeah, like if you, for example, if you put down a red pane of glass... No, that's not right. You put down a red pane of glass and a yellow pane of glass, you'd actually get an orangish beam. It's not perfect because the underlying beam color still does show through. The little light blue, whitish light blue. So it is what it is, but it is very helpful too, because I also put a black beam over by the Warden's Island, because I'm still terrified to use that one, even though it should technically teleport me to the platform above him. It's still really freaky to imagine getting teleported to that island and it not working properly. Waxing the golems themselves, so that they don't stop moving. I thought about... That is interesting, though. You're right. It looks like the particle effects show up on the chest, but it's, he's waxed. Do they do poppies? As far as I know, yes. I've never actually stuck around to make it happen. And actually, now that I think about it, Damama's series is in Java, and she has them. So I think we can definitively say yes. Yeah, that is weird, though, that the particles show up on the chest. And I'm getting a ton of pumpkin seeds that I don't need. Okay, where else? Where else? Maybe down here? I do think I want to go back at some point and come up with a new lighting solution. When in my original plan for this island, I did have lava lighting, and I don't know. I kind of backed away from it a little bit, just because I wasn't sure how I wanted to implement it. Yeah, see, and interestingly enough, these chests do not say waxed. But I can't re-wax these guys, so I don't know what's up with those particle effects. But ultimately, it looks like it's fine. It's just weird. Roasted pumpkin seeds. Yeah. You got bats in the new wheat apocalypse. Sea lanterns. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I thought, so initially, I was thinking actually of using the copper grates with lava underneath. You know, kind of, since this is, you know, a golem island, maybe having like that forge feel. And when I think when I first tried it, it didn't look right, but that may have been too because of the fact that it was unweathered, and maybe if it gets either I don't know about the fully oxidized green, but maybe that like second to last stage might actually look okay in there. I don't know. It is one of those things that I may or may not revisit at some point. But I think I like that. I think I like the addition of the little copper dudes in here with their... like they're big brothers. What's up, guy? Yeah. Take it all in. Take it all in. Go for a stroll. Explore. You don't have to work here. There's nothing you have to do. You can just chill. Cousins, brothers, it doesn't matter. They're golems. Yeah. All right. So let me take a quick step away, and I will let you guys watch this little teaser that I made. Just get myself in here. And I will be right back in about 5 minutes. So, by the way, RV, I mean, was practically the MVP of all that. Let me just say that. Yeah, yeah. I tried to include enough of the fun. Well, only having a couple of seconds of some of the more interesting things that you guys will have to discover when. I'm guessing probably the dad and Stormy are going to be first to get on there and get their videos out. Damama was there, so maybe her as well. Tato and RV and I are probably going to take longer to work through that footage. But, yeah. Alright, so while that was going, I got myself down here so I could maybe repair my wings a little bit. I don't think I need that anymore. Not right now. Yeah, let's get these things out of here. Eggs? I don't know what I'm doing with eggs. We can put stuff away. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think that's the worst of it either. You've not been able to open your editing software? Emotional support. We don't need 3 emotional support eggs, Dad. That seems a bit much, doesn't it? Ooh, that one's got chainmail. So that's the other thing, is that I will always look for chainmail, since I end up putting it over here. But I don't think we're gonna get any more of that right now. Yeah, it is too bad. Too bad that we may not see RV's point of view, but I promise at least that you're gonna see how what's the polite way to say it? I call her Moxie. Because she's BA, and she doesn't always realize it. But yeah, she took a licking, kept on ticking, and she was one of the first ones in there in some of the most dangerous situations. So you recorded it. You need to see about processing it. Yeah, I had an issue too with my own audio. I have to remember. Dad said that he might be able to help out with that, but I don't know. So we just did the teaser as a montage. But so should we actually go looking for the worm animals, or should we go looking for some dried ghasts? I want to get your guys' opinion on that. And while I'm waiting for that, I'll go put this away. Yes, Mom, but my understanding, right? I've got a 14-year-old, and my understanding, though, is that the word baddie is a lot closer to our word hottie. So, you know, while that may very well be the case, yeah, trying to think. I'm trying to think, like, what I would put it as RV has no fear. You know, the fact that I've been joking with her for months about punching creepers in the face. But, I mean, I think she keeps proving it. Okay. Ghasts, okay. That's fair, Mom. That's definitely fair. Okay, so it sounds like nether. Sounds like nether is the way to go. Let me decide where I'm putting eggs. Oh, wait. I know where to put eggs. I forgot. I have this down here. Just don't mind all the chicken that's in there. Don't mind it at all. Not too worried about cleaning up anything else, I don't think. But if we're going back into the nether, I guess I should get this stuff back out. Put that away. And gold. Bring some gold, maybe? Let's do this. Let's break open one of these and just bring some of it. What are the eyeballs, Jassy? I've had this world for a long time, okay? One of my ideas for a project was 1,000,000 emeralds, and again, that would have been a nice project, but what ended up happening was they broke raid farms right around the time that I planned to do that. Let's see. Okay. So it might not hurt for me to bring a compass, I think. And I don't know. I don't know if I have lodestones in there still or not. Oh yeah. I remember that, Jassy. And I think you're absolutely right. We had the opportunity, Jassy and Tato and I got on the Dadlands together and went traipsing through the nether. Let's just put this here, actually. That way, after we go flying through the nether, I don't have to constantly pull up coordinates or anything to get back. Now I just have to figure out which direction to go, because I do like finding them in the Soul Sand Valley. I think that's a lot of fun. Can I help you? Thought for a moment I wasn't wearing gold. So I think that's north. Is that right? Yep. That's north. That's east. I think west is probably maybe going to be best. I can relate to that, RV. In fact, you can hear Tato talk sometimes in the Discord, and I told him the other day, I said, Tato, you've learned so much lately that sometimes you start talking about your PC stuff, and I'm not even on your level anymore. So okay, so I think we're gonna go out this direction. Carefully. Very, very carefully. And start looking for Soul Sand Valleys. Once upon a time, as a... Hold on. Let's see if we can we get under here? I mean, nope, nope. Nope, can't go that way. Hold on. Can't go that way either. Never mind. We're gonna stop flying for a minute. I did try building PCs when I was a teenager. I had a good friend who was really into that, and you know, we did stuff. But as time goes on and things get more complicated, it's just something that I've never kept up with. So it's like, I understand some of the basics still, but I'm not the guy. I'm just not that guy. Okay. That looks like it goes out somewhere. Yes. That looks like Soul Sand Valley, doesn't it? I wonder if I've been there yet. For an underground... Hold on. Yeah, that was a little close to lava, but I have a fire resistance potion and netherite. I can drink it fast enough. I don't have to worry about it. Yeah. Yeah, Stormy. The money part, that's always a pain, isn't it? Well, this is just the edge of a Soul Sand Valley. I think that is definitely not one. Oh, hi. Hi there. Is that it for that Soul Sand Valley? That's fine. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Low-key stream. Yes. Just like I promised. Flying through basalt deltas. Nah, nope. Nope. Too spicy for me. Too spicy for me. Okay, we need to find... Oh, good. That's, I noticed the lava there was just starting to flow. And that... Oh, is another fortress. Oh, guys, hi. That's a good sign of, you know, chunks that you haven't loaded yet. But we're looking for Soul Sand Valleys. And nothing so far. That's more basalt. Oh, come on. No. No, 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 no. 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 It's probably the word that I say most while I'm playing games. Ironically. Simply the word no. No. That was not intentional, by the way. What language do you speak? Oh my goodness. Oh, RV, I hope that goes well for you. By the way, how long is that Europe trip that you've been talking about? If I recall, too, Demama just had her daughter leaving as well. Okay, I was gonna say I'm lost. I don't know that I'm actually lost. No. I just need to... I just need to find a Soul Sand Valley. That's what I need. I feel like I already went this way. 15 days. Yeah, that's the stuff that definitely makes me feel older. And when I think about it, my oldest is what, 22 now, and I mean, thankfully, I actually get to see him a decent amount. Now, that was a big part of the reason that we moved, was to get out here closer to him. Let's make sure that we don't get low on rockets anytime soon, okay? Because that would be bad. Yeah, well, I mean, when I was younger, mid-20s, I spent time living overseas, and although I think, you know, there's always some parts about it that are hard, you know, as far as like being away from the family. It's for the kid, it's easier when you're younger, right? Because that's kind of the time frame where you want the independence. As you get older, you know, as you're a parent, you know, I think it's harder to leave the family. This doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. Yes, I hear you snorting over there. I could have sworn... Hold on, yes. Not much. It's not much. But it's Soul Sand Valley. I think I should get to that top part. Let me see. I don't see any fossils anywhere, though. No, I don't know if I can get to that top part. I don't see any fossils. This is a tiny Soul Sand Valley. That's not fair. Oh, hi. Fossils. How much worry I must have put on the list. You know, okay, listen, that sounds crazy. Oh, good, that's where we need to go. But if I'm being honest, as much as there was certainly, you know, there's always danger online, right? But when the internet was younger, I feel like there were also a lot of those people. As much as we might be like, oh, the kids were naive, well, the other kids on the other side who wanted to meet them were also naive. Like, the bad people were out there, but there were a lot of just, you know, random people wanting to do things. I'm getting hurt a lot more than I thought I was, aren't I? You know, multitasking is hard. I don't feel like we're gonna find what we need out here. Well, who's... Okay, we're leaving. We're leaving. Yeah, and that's kind of what I mean. It's not that there wasn't the risk. I think there was. I think unfortunately, the bottom line is that there always was and there always will be. But I think it was new enough that the vast majority of people really were just, they were just learning, they were just existing with it. And then of course your negative elements, your people who will take advantage of things. Oh, we got one, guys, we got one. They start to discover over time how things can be exploited. There we go. Just like today, you know, I can't even count the number of scams that exist. And, like, I get calls all the time. People who want to just take my money. They just want to take my money. I see one right there, too, by the way. I literally, 3 to 4 times a day have calls that I have to send a voicemail because I know they're a scam. Okay, that's 2. Hey, what was that? Did somebody shoot me in midair? Who? Hold on. I don't actually love the soul speed because it's harder on my eyes. But it does make for destroying skeletons a lot easier. Okay, let's see if we can find any more of this. Nope. Soul Sand Valley over here. That's the part I was at, I think. Hold on. Okay, so that's back towards the portal. So ideally, if I wanted more, I would head off away from it. But I don't know how far I can go through here. Hold on. Let's get dangerous. Okay. Whew. So that way. There's more basalt, though. And we are starting to get close to where I do need to wrap up. Saturday is still kind of a work day for me. And my body still doesn't do too great with sitting at the desk for a long time, unfortunately. Not too much I can do about that. There is another fortress. And we're gonna try this. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, let's drink the potion. That's why we bring it. That's actually why we bring it. It's okay. Obviously, the hard part here is that I can't swim. But look, we are in new chunks. So if I can just get up top here, maybe we have a chance of finding one more real quick. Maybe? I need to, yeah, this is gonna hurt, but we're gonna do it. Oh. That worked out pretty well. Okay, can I stop being on fire now? Still need to go this. Oh, and a bastion too. Wow, okay. I have found on this world a fortress fused with a bastion, which was pretty cool, but I don't remember actually where it was anymore. I'd have to dig up the footage and figure it out. So it's fine. Totally fine. As long as we got some open area, we can fly for a little bit. Spa day. Hold on. Let me stop for a moment so I can read. Pinball. Yes, that was. Whew. Australia is one of those places I have definitely wanted to go visit. Australia and New Zealand, because of my time in the Air Force, I got to spend a decent amount of time in Europe and in Asia. But I would really love to get down south, like way south. You know, I think that would be super cool. And of course, what's funny, Stormy, I know you've been talking lately about the heat wave in the UK, and with the World Cup and everything, there's been a lot of conversations about like the temperatures in the US. But one of the things I've always found interesting is I think that if anybody else gets it, it's actually the Australians. They probably are the most similar in terms of some of the high heat and temperature swings down in that area, and so yeah, it would be really interesting to get out there. Oh look, we got another one. Let's make sure it doesn't go in the fire. Okay, what about down here? Is that one? I think that's one over there. Let's just double check. We're good. Ow. As long as we don't fly our face into things, right? And then, can I get over there? Yes. And there's so much fire. Oh my goodness, there's so much fire. I keep hearing the ghasts, but I don't see them. I just want to check the fossils real quick. There's one. Not bad. Okay, this has turned out pretty good so far. Ow, ow, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Not this one, I think. It's a lot of it's because I'm not wearing the chest plate, but I'm trying to just keep moving. Any more? Ow. Behave. I think that might do it. We'll look at this one real quick. Oh. Oh. I don't really have any blocks or anything, so this is not OSHA approved, but it'll work, right? Yes, 2.5 things. So what do you guys think about for that main end island, the happy ghasts? Given the fact that you know that the allays may work in the future if I if I come up with a way to contain them. But in the meantime, they don't work. So I'm wondering if, you know, if the happy gas might actually fit that theme okay out there. Oh my goodness, I think that's another one. So yeah, do you guys agree? Okay, let me find. Is this the same area that I was at? I'm gonna say, let me find a safe-ish place. We're in the Nether, so that doesn't really exist. Well, this works because I can trade with these. Oh, I was gonna say I could trade with these guys, but we have a problem. Hold on. Will you hold still for a minute? Hi. Do me a favor, will you? Excuse me. No, 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 no. Go back in there. Hey. Hey, go in there. Go up there. Go up. Oh my gosh. Listen, if I didn't need to trade with your parents, I would kill you. Honestly. That's fine. Do I have a boat even? I do. I have a boat. Of course I do. Alright. Well, I'll do that off camera. For now, put this guy in a boat. That's a good idea. I like that idea. How many times do we say go in a boat? Yeah, I'll trade with this guy off camera, maybe get some more. Yeah, the allays, the tethered allays, they, I've had issues with them being buggy sometimes, but I do kind of like that idea. I could tether them up. Like in the sky a little bit. Sorry, my face is all washed out. I need to mess with my settings. But yeah, that's definitely not a bad idea. That might be something that I look into doing. But I think maybe we'll add happy gas to that island. And then in episode 8, we'll show some of the results of the side quests and stuff like that. It's a little bit of an easier project for me, so I don't expect it to take too long, but I'm super backlogged. I'm really, really thankful that my SMP mates on Sheepwood are not too demanding because I'm so behind over there. But worst case is I'll be a cameo in some of these videos, because we had a lot of fun. And I think MGP disappeared a while ago, but Jassy, if you're still here, yeah, you guys would have probably really enjoyed it. But I think there's going to be the opportunity for a lot more coming up. I really get the impression that Argo's got stuff planned for us. So yes, if you're watching the SMP, those of us who say that we're trying to build, we're probably not building. The tip of the iceberg. Yep. Yeah, Jassy, we'll have fun. I need to come see you on the SMP soon. All right, I am going to flip this over. And I want to say thank you, because obviously it's been like 3 months and life has been pretty busy, but I really have missed this. And it was a lot of fun to jump in and just work on the side quests for a little while. So I appreciate you guys. But yeah, we'll get caught up eventually. All right, y'all. I will see you around online. As for next week, I'm going to say 50-50, and we'll have to see if this time slot works. Sundays are pretty much out. This may work. If not, Saturday evenings are another possibility for me. But awesome. Thank you guys for coming. I will see you in the next one.